Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're covering a disturbing but important story involving a 22-year-old gym teacher who's now facing multiple felony charges. Authorities say she admitted to sending inappropriate messages and photos to a 13-year-old student at her school. I'm going to break down the facts, what police are saying, why this case matters, and what the bigger picture is behind all of this. So here's what we know so far. The teacher's name is Yesmar Angius Ramos Figueroa. She's 22 years old, and she was working as a physical education teacher at Central Point Christian Academy in Kissimmee, Florida. According to the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, everything came to light in mid-October when the mother of a 13-year-old student noticed some unusual communication on her child's phone. She reported what she saw to police, and that's when an investigation started. Detectives say they were able to recover text messages and photos from the student's phone, and those messages were inappropriate and sexual in nature. During questioning, investigators saw Ramos Figueroa actually admitted to sending at least one of the messages and one of the photos to the minor. Because of that, she was arrested and taken to the Osceola County Jail. Right now, she's facing 2 felony charges: distributing obscene material to a minor and transmitting harmful material to a minor. These are very serious charges, and the case is still active. It's important to note that these are allegations, and like anyone else, she is legally presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. But let's talk about why this case is hitting so hard and why so many people are reacting to it. First, teachers are supposed to be people parents and students can trust. When someone in that position uses their authority to cross boundaries, it creates serious emotional damage, not just for the victim, but for the whole school community. A 13-year-old is a child. There is a huge power imbalance and an even bigger responsibility for educators to protect kids' safety and well-being. When a teacher allegedly initiates this type of contact, it's more than inappropriate. It's an abuse of power. And in today's digital world, this problem becomes even more complicated. With phones, social media, and messaging apps, it has become easier for inappropriate behavior to happen behind the scenes. One message, one photo, one moment of crossing a boundary could turn into a criminal investigation like this one. This case is another reminder that parents have to stay aware of who their kids are communicating with, especially online. If this teacher is convicted, she could face serious prison time. Felony convictions follow you for life. It could also mean registering as a sex offender, losing any future ability to work with children, and facing major restrictions on where she can live or work. For the student and the family, the emotional impact is something they may have to deal with long term. These cases often lead to counseling, psychological support, and sometimes civil lawsuits for damages. And for the school, this brings major scrutiny, questions about hiring, policies, oversight, and whether anything could have been prevented. The bigger lesson we can take from this case is that protection of minors has to be community effort. Parents need to check in with their kids. Schools need to enforce strict boundaries about teacher-student communication. And if anyone, a parent, a kid, another teacher, sees something that feels off, it needs to be reported immediately. Early reporting is often what prevents things from getting even worse. At this point, I think y'all parents need to homeschool y'all kids because the education system is getting a little too creepy nowadays. Although I must admit, it's been happening. They just got them phones and cameras getting them. This ain't a generation that keeps secrets. I just want to ask, what attractions could you have towards a child being a teacher? You have to seriously have some issues. They are just young, innocent children. When I was a kid, you either had a Louise Jefferson or a Edith Bunker, and the only thing they sent to you was a one-way slip to the principal's office. Also, my teachers look like the witch from Looney Tunes. Miss Figueroa, you are a super pitiful individual sending messages to a baby compared to your age. You need to be put under the prison. Man, I wonder where these teachers were when I was in school. Bro, our female gym teachers look like Chuck Norris. I feel like I've seen about 5 of these types of articles in the past week or so. What is wrong with people? Damn, some of these teachers are weak as hell. You know you're cooked when you're vibing with Billy with braces or Rachel with pigtails. How the hell are people attracted to kids? Weird as hell. And why does a gym teacher have a student's phone number anyway? I know there's gonna be a lot of men in the comments section talking about, why this didn't happen when I was in school? I would have gave my teacher the business. Anyways, I hope she's prosecuted to the fullest. So that's the situation as of now. A 22-year-old gym teacher in Florida has been arrested and charged with sending explicit messages and photos to a 13-year-old student, with the investigation still ongoing. I'll keep following the updates, and if anything major happens in this case, I'll cover it here. Let me know what you think about this situation. Do you think schools need tighter rules on communication between teachers and students? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.
Can't forget behind the streets and turn me to a rebel. Every other week, these demons forcing me to join the devil.